Hey guys, what's going on? It's Gib137 coming at you with another video. Today the video is about me. I know that sounds really weird and people are like, why? But you know that I ask you all the time to give me ideas for videos. Well, I think it was Tyler Roberts sent me a message saying, could you possibly do one on all the trials you've had for your clubs? So I thought I had to go and do this for you. I'll do all my Sunday teams and then I'll go on to the academies, but the academies is shorter because it's all the same process what I had. So starting off, first team I ever joined, Nether Green, 2 keepers. We've been training for an entire year due to Nether Green not actually being a side yet. The other lad I've been friends with since I was little. My manager then, Steve, ironically, Steve, I've managed a lot of managers called Steve, said, we like we like the way you play, we like the way you talk to your defenders, wants to sign you over this other lad. So that's where I started really, and I think that was a stepping stone into me playing football regularly, because I never used to play it. Actually, when I used to play, I actually used to be a striker. I never wanted to be, and now I hated it. I hate the idea of getting hit, but now I love it. So yeah, I had that. Stayed with Nether Green under 15, under 16 and under 18 first half week, because I always had 2 seasons under 18, so 16 to 17 I was at Nether Green for. We weren't bad, we weren't a title challenging club, we were never going to win any cups. It was just more to be fun. It was a fun experience for me, playing with all my friends and all that, so I enjoyed it. Moving on to when I joined Stockbridge, one of my friends who has actually featured in quite a few of my videos, Matt, he's the bit of a bigger lad, Sheffield Wednesday fan. He always helps me out when I'm doing all the free kick stuff. So that's, you'll probably see him if I put a link. I'll put a link to a video and show you which one he is. But yeah, one of our friends plays down at Hillsborough College in Sheffield on a Friday night, or did, and he asked us if we'd like to go along. So we did it a few times. We're playing with the teachers against students. So we're like, yeah, sure, fine, we'll do it. Went down, and the guy who me and Matt are friends with said, would you like to come for the Sheffield under 18 representative side for the county trials? So I said, yep, I'll do it. Performed really well in it, kept a clean sheet, top corner saves, came out well, collect everything. Impressed well enough for me to represent Sheffield at the county trials when we went. At the end of that match, a guy from Stockbridge, who was my ex-manager, called Steve, ironically, came up to me and said, we like you, I like the look of you, do you fancy coming and trialling for Stockbridge? At this point I didn't even know Stockbridge had a football team. I've heard of Stockbridge, obviously it's a part of Sheffield, but I'd never been there. I knew it was near Uterbridge, that's all I'd actually known. So I said, yeah, sure, I'll come along. Trialled against another keeper who was about 6'4". I didn't think I'd get in, so I just thought I'll just assume I'm going back to Nether Green. I've had a trial with a higher club, and I'm quite proud of myself for actually getting that. But no, he came up to me at the end after he'd put us through our paces, and I mean put us through our paces, and I was blown out my arsehole afterwards. Sorry for my language, if you're a younger viewer. But he did, and he said, well, compared to the other keeper, you put 10 times the effort in, you've only come to 1 training session, and we like you over this other lad. So signed my papers, got my money in, and then the rest was history. The Stockbridge, in my opinion, was the stepping stone into me playing at a bit of a higher level. Obviously going from Division 5 in Sheffield up to Premier Division, which is a 6th division jump, is astounding. There probably will have it happened before, but I've never heard of any of my friends doing that before. So yeah, that happened. 2 weeks later, went on to do the South Yorkshire trials. Impressed in the 4 games that we played. I even ended up playing at left back at one game because we had another goalkeeper who had injured his hand but didn't want to go in net until the last game. So I went out on left back. I kept 3 clean sheets. He kept 1. I impressed well enough to get selected. South Yorkshire didn't have the best season. Honestly, we were terrible. I think it's because not many of us actually really wanted it. We didn't look like we were up for it every game. There was a few of us. Nenad, you won't watch these videos, Nenad, Rips, they all wanted it, they all looked like they wanted it every single game, but there was just a few of us who didn't, and it happened. I can't change it. I missed the last game of the season due to a back injury. I pulled all my latissimus dorsi, so I couldn't stretch my arm out, so I had to pull out of the I think it was Cumbria game, so and carried on with that, and then that's it really. That's the Saturdays and Sunday side that I played for. Going on to the academies, as you know, in the past I've had a kind of round trial at Sheffield United thanks to Football CV. Football CV. It's a good website if you guys want to go on trial at a club. Don't get your hopes up that you will get signed, but if you want to go on trial at a professional club, get yourself on there. It does cost quite a bit of money, but it is a worthwhile attempt. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I didn't get signed, but I loved it. That was when I did it at the Sheffield United Academy in front of Nottingham Forest, Bolton, Wednesday United, and I think it was Manchester United. Didn't get signed, obviously. I've had trial with Peterborough United and Norwich City, both set up thanks to Ray Newland of Just for Keepers. He's done this for me. He does a lot of work for me, if I'm honest. Just for Keepers has done a lot of work for me over the years. But he set up both of them. What it required for me to do is, for Peterborough United I was 15, and for Norwich I was 17, so last year. They both wanted me to send in videos of me training and during match gameplay. Unfortunately, I know this sounds bad, but with me training at Sheffield, I trained with quite a lot of younger lads, so maybe the training wasn't as high as I could have been. I mean, I loved every minute of training. I still actually want to go back from Leeds every Thursday just to train because I love it. But yeah, it's training with the younger lads doesn't always test me, but I did love it. I can't say I've been with Jimmy for 5 years. We worked this out the other day. 5 years I've been with him since I was 14. Since I was 13 years old, I've been with Jimmy, and I've loved every single training session I've had with him. But yeah, I didn't get signed. Both gave me the reason I'm too small. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm too small. I've said this in videos before. I'm not happy with it. I'm really not, because us smaller keepers get undershadowed by the big keepers because we're too small, because we're not going to catch every corner. What I've said, I still stand by it. What we lack in height, we make up for in speed. I mean, I know I'm not the quickest, but I was the fastest keeper at Nether. Well, obviously I'm the only keeper at Nether Green. I was the second fastest player at Nether Green, and I was about the 5th fastest at Stockport. So it just proves that those smaller keepers are quick. But yeah, forget about that. If you've managed to watch all the way through this video, I'm quite impressed, because this next bit, for the ones that have actually watched this far, is going to be worthwhile. On Facebook and Twitter, if you are actually following me on Facebook and Twitter, you'll have seen that I said I'm going to be doing a giveaway. This is just a random giveaway. There's no apparent reason. Actually, well, there is kind of a back reason, but that's a different story. That doesn't matter now because I've fixed the problem. But I'm still going to be doing this giveaway. So what it is, you're probably wondering what pair of gloves is it. It's normally a pair of Just for Keeps I give away, or an F-line, but no, this time I'm actually giving away a pair of Cellsports. Cellsport Extremes Ultraviolet colourway, size 10. So if you want them, I will send them your way. But it's not that simple. I'm obviously going to have a question. I was racking my brain to figure out a question for this, and I ended up having to look up this question because it was something that I don't actually think many people will know. If you get it right, actually I'm going to put 2 questions. If no one gets the first question right, the second one I'm going to take as the answer. So first one, who is the most capped goalkeeper and also is the most capped player in the entire world? So he's the most capped goalkeeper and player ever in the world. I think he's still playing today. I don't know who he plays for. But that is the first question. If no one gets that first question, I'm leaving that question open for a week. If no one guesses that question within a week, or if less than 10 people get it within a week, I'm going to start accepting the second question. The second question is a lot easier. David James has played for several clubs, but which of these 4 has he not played for? Watford, Aston Villa, West Ham and Newcastle. So those are your 2 questions. If no one gets the first question within a week, so who is the most capped player ever and is a goalkeeper, if no one gets that, it's going to be going down to the David James question. So leave your comments down below with your answers. You can answer both questions if you want. leave me an inbox on YouTube, leave me a message on Facebook, leave me a direct message on Twitter, whatever. Just send me a message and I will get, if you get it right, I'll get you entered into the competition. So yeah, you can have as many guesses as you want. I'm not restricting you to one guess. If you get it wrong and you message me and I say you got it wrong, you can find out who it is and get it right. So yeah, that's it essentially. Again, if you've got anything you want me to talk about in videos, please send me a message. I'm more than happy to talk to you about it. So yeah, it's been your boy Give137, and I hope you enjoyed this video.